Hello again. Today I want to bring to you another video relative to insurance claims, and today we're going to focus primarily on business losses and what you can do and what you need to do in order to be better prepared in the event you have a claim. We'll be doing a lot of these videos, and hopefully they will assist you in all areas of insurance and how to be prepared in the event you do have a loss or a claim. If you like this video, I would invite you to subscribe and be looking for additional videos along the same line. You know, in today's environment, most businesses have developed to a large extent the technological advantages that are offered. Most businesses have computers, they have all kinds of technological equipment that they use in order to enhance their business. And today it's much easier to store your records and all your data and maintain this both for your accountant, your bookkeeper, for governmental agencies, and also for your insurance adjuster in the event you have a loss. Most of us still need to rely on our agent when we purchase insurance, and except for the largest companies, most smaller businesses do have insurance of some kind. Now, your bigger companies, they may be what we call self-insured, but I'm not focusing on them. I'm focusing on the run-of-the-mill businesses, whether it's farming, manufacturing, services industry, whatever it happens to be. There are certain things that you can do to be better prepared in the event of a loss. One of the things, as I mentioned, is being sure that you and your agent have a clear understanding of what coverages you have, so that there won't be any surprises when a loss occurs. You need to know not only your deductibles, you need to know whether you have ACV, actual cash value coverage, or replacement cost coverage. These are things you need to know on the front end because it costs more for replacement cost coverage, but most people like to have some sense of security in knowing that if I have a loss, then my particular items will be replaced without any charge to me. And also the item of coinsurance. Most people do not think about coinsurance, but coinsurance simply means that how much of this loss, if any, will I be responsible for if one occurs. Now that is based mainly on, do you have a certain amount of insurance on your property, on your building, on your personal property? That needs to be determined up front so that you won't be surprised in the event of the loss. One of the main reasons I'm doing these videos is so people will not be surprised, discouraged, disgruntled, feel that they've been taken advantage of. So if you will follow some of the basic steps, and I don't intend for this to be all inclusive, but I think it gives you kind of a guidepost in how to proceed before loss may occur so that you'll be better prepared and you'll understand what is apt to take place once a loss occurs. One of the things that a lot of businesses purchase today is what we call business income coverage. This coverage is designed to assist you and to keep your income coming in the event your business is no longer to a point where it can operate as efficiently and as fully as it did before the loss. You may need extra expense coverage. You may need to be able to set up your business at another location that's not described in your policy. So you need to see if my coverage provides that for me. Also, you may have key personnel that you need to pay. You don't want the competition to take them while you're maybe down for 2 or 3 months. So you need to know if I have coverage to pay my key personnel, to keep them on the payroll, and because they're key to your business operating fully. You may need to know about your liability coverage. You will need to know about that. Do I have general liability? Do I have completed operations coverage? What will be the extent if one of my employees or myself damaged the property of other people, or perhaps cause injury? What kind of coverage do I have for that? See, that's why you need to know. You need to talk with your agent. You need to have a clear understanding before loss occurs just exactly what coverages you may have. most business today with their accountants, with their bookkeepers, or whomever, are they able to provide at a moment's notice or in a matter of a couple of days a complete financial picture of your business? If you have a business income loss, can you depend on these folks to give you the information that you may need, not only for yourself, for your adjuster, for governmental agencies? They all may make a demand. And one of the key things is everybody needs to keep their records up to date. Whatever you provide to your accountant, be sure it's the latest, most detailed, most up-to-date information you can provide. Otherwise, your accountant is only operating on the basis of what information you give him. Now, if it's a good accountant, he may ask you questions that you haven't thought about, and you can provide that information at that time. But always be thinking about, can my accountant, if I don't have an accountant, can I provide a complete financial picture of my business? This is very important in the event you have business income coverage and you have a loss that pertains to loss of income. Excuse me. Are your inventories current? Do you have a current inventory of all of your product that you may have for sale? Or is this destroyed in a fire? Now, people don't do a day-to-day inventory so much, but they will have on their computer, if something is taken out of inventory, your computer should update that. It should be shown, whatever's in my computer should be accurate. The old days, we used to have to count everything. Today, you don't have to do that. If you've got all this information entered beforehand, and then if things are sold, then your computer automatically updates your inventory. Those are very important things. One of the things that people a lot of times don't think about is when you have a loss, especially whether it's a business income loss or whatever type of loss you may have, your insurance adjuster is going to ask you questions. He is not trying to trip you up, and he's not trying to find loopholes where he can't cover you, but he needs to have the information so that he can expedite your claim. So be prepared for a lot of questions in the event a loss occurs, but understand your adjuster needs information. He may have never been on your premises, he has no idea about how your business operates, but still he needs to ask questions so that he can properly evaluate your claim and do it in an expeditious manner. And one of the things a lot of times we don't think about is in the event of a loss, excuse me again, in the event of a loss, how much information am I to provide to the party, the third party, the party who perhaps is injured or their property is damaged? Other than the police, you need to cooperate fully with the police. But to individuals, give them your name, give them your phone numbers, give them your address, give them the name of your insurance agent. They'll eventually get that information, so give it up front. Then back out of the picture and let your insurance agent take it from there. And this is not necessarily connected with an insurance claim, but one of the things that people in businesses especially need to be aware of, if you buy equipment and resell it, you don't know that you may be buying a defective item. This defective item may cause damage to people's property or even injury or death to an individual. Be sure that you have proper contracts with all of your suppliers and vendors as to, in the event something that you purchase from them is shown to be defective, what will they do? Will they indemnify you? Will they pay for the damage? Those are contracts that you need to be sure. It's called indemnification contracts. You need to be sure you have those. In other words, be prepared in the event of a loss. You can never have too much information. Explain to your agency just what you do, how your business operates. Just lay it all out in some kind of concise manner so your agent will say, maybe he can provide information about additional coverages that you haven't thought about. Know what your deductibles are. There are so many things that the agent can provide to you if he has all the information. So don't feel, and as far as coinsurance is concerned, don't feel that you have everything up to date. Say, for instance, you buy new equipment that is maybe cost you $50,000. Maybe you build a building, maybe you add on to a building, and your value in your building and equipment goes up tremendously. Well, you need to be sure that your agent is aware of that so that he can, if he needs to adjust your insurance coverage, he can do so. So there's things that you can do on the front end to make things go much easier in the event of a loss. Now, again, this is not all inclusive, but it just gives you some ideas of things that you can do, and hopefully this will assist you in the event that you do have a claim. Again, I thank you for listening, and if you like this video, I would ask you to subscribe and be looking for additional videos.